Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and in today's video, I'll be doing a solo playthrough of Dune Imperium, and today I will be using the Rise of Ix expansion. Let's get rolling! Alright, so I'm all set up to play a solo game of Dune Imperium using the Rise of Ix expansion. So I have also released a rules refresher video on how to use first on how to play Dune Imperium, and then a second one on how to play with the Rise of Ix expansion. So you can go check those out if you don't know how to play. And what am I doing here today? I've shuffled all the Rise of Ix intrigue cards into that deck and dealt one intrigue card to each of my rivals here. And I've shuffled all the Imperium cards into the Imperium deck from Rise of Ix, and a couple of promos like this one here. Boundless Ambition is one of the promos that I have. But as a reminder, all the Rise of Ix cards have two little dots in this bottom right-hand corner. So I can see Court Intrigue and Negotiated Withdrawal are both Rise of Ix cards. I've got my Conflict deck here. I did make sure that there is a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3 Conflict from Rise of Ix in here. And then what I'm doing is I've got 4 cards that are face up, and the rest are, well, they're all face up, but they're upside down. That is my reminder for when I get through the first 4 cards that the rivals will gain their third agents. I just find it a little bit easier than putting the agents under the cards because I always knock them over. And the 2 rivals today are Viscount Moritani and Prince Vernius. These are the 2 new leaders from Rise of Ix that are compatible as rivals. So I'm using them both. And I am playing today as Tessia Vernius, who is the only level 4 complexity from this Rise of Ix expansion. And I just want to say I've played so far with Elisa Ikaz. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but this was a really fun leader. I like this one step ahead ability. This was really cool. So I played with her. I did win. It was not easy, but I did win decisively. It didn't go into ties or anything. And I tried playing with Tessia Vernius the first time I played, and I got absolutely stomped. But it turns out I played incorrectly. I got the rules wrong. So I would like to play again using the correct rules and see if it goes any better. But when you play with Tessia, then you add these 4 snooper tokens to the influence tracks on the spaces, the number 2 space where that first victory point is found. And the first time you advance to one of those spaces, you take the snooper and you place it on the topmost bonus here. And when you do that, you gain that reward. And then the Signet Ring, so there's 4 rewards there, going in order, but the Signet Ring ability, Duplicity, is what I got wrong. So this says when you get your Signet Ring, you may decrease 1 influence track and then gain 1 influence with a faction where you have a snooper token. So that wording was a little bit ambiguous in my opinion. I considered this to mean I had this snooper token. So then I would decrease 1 to then raise this track. But what it is actually saying is the opposite. It's saying I can decrease a track to then increase one where there is a snooper token on the board. And I think that makes probably a lot more sense, but that's not the way I understood it the first time. So I was kind of handicapping myself a little bit playing it incorrectly, because the way I was playing it was kind of mechanically making you go down on various tracks before you get to the token to just push one track really high. Whereas the way this is actually meant to be played, it encourages you to kind of hit the same spots kind of over and over again, and then gain your snooper tokens and victory points on other factions that you are not actually visiting. So I want to give that a shot. And I am playing with the new variant where you roll d6s at the end of your own reveal turn to churn some of these market cards. So we're going to see that in action. And then at the end, I will give you some thoughts on this expansion. So I think we're ready to get started. So let's reveal, Viscount Moritani is to my left. They're the first player. Let's reveal the first House Hagal card. And we have Hardy Warriors. All right, that's where I wanted to go. So already behind the 8 ball here. So they're going to advance once here, gain 2 troops, and then deploy them, as well as deploy 2 more into the conflict. I guess I don't even know what we're playing for. We're playing for 1 shipping icon and 1 troop. All right, so now let's see where the prince is going. To the conspire space. So up here, and then advancing on the Emperor track and also recruiting 2 troops, but not deploying any into combat. So as for me, I probably need to deal myself 5 cards. That would be a good start. We have reconnaissance, dagger, signet ring, convincing argument, and diplomacy. It's a little too early to really use this signet ring ability effectively. So what I think I'm going to do is play diplomacy to go to fold space and gain one of these fold space cards, and also advance with the spacing guild. So now we go back to the Viscount. Would like to go to fold space. Beat you there. Try again. Tech negotiation. All right, so he's going to go up here. You'd like to gain a tech at a 1 spice discount. You can gain this one because it has the little blue symbol in the bottom right. The other 2 don't, but there's at least 1 available. And it only costs 2, so at a 1 discount, he can get it for 1, but he doesn't have any spice. So instead, he's going to send from his supply a troop to the tech negotiator spot. Now, the prince gets to go, and we've got Arakeen, so he's going to send his agent here, and recruit 1 troop, deploy it, and then deploy 2 more. And then his signet ring ability is to gain a tech. Same as Viscount Moritani, cannot gain a tech, can't afford one. So instead, he is going to send a negotiator here. Now it's my turn, and I don't really feel like I've got anything better to do, so I'm going to play Signet Ring. I'm not going to use my Signet Ring ability, it's just too soon for that, but I'm going to go here to the smuggling space. So I gain 1 Solari, and I'm going to go up 1 space on the shipping track. All right, now it's back to the Viscount, who's got no more agents, so now it's time for my reveal turn. So I have 3 cards to reveal: reconnaissance, dagger, and convincing argument. Dagger doesn't help me because I'm not in the combat, so I've only got 3 persuasion to spend. And do I want anything for 3 persuasion? Not really, I don't think so. So I'm not going to take any of these cards. So now that my reveal turn is over, we're going to roll this die here. We get 2, 1, 2. This is going to go away, and then roll a second time. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one goes away. Now we refresh them. All right. There we go. And this is the trash stack. So now it's time for combat resolution. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 here. 1, 2, 3. That's 6. First player is the Viscount. So let's draw. Get 1 more. And then green player, Prince Vernius, gets 2 more. 1, 2. So first place is going to be the Viscount. So first he's going to move up 1 space on the shipping track, and then gain 1 troop to the garrison, and then 2 spice for the prince. So here is 2 spice. All right, now these go away. These go away. We can reset these. Now it is the maker's phase. So all 3 of these spaces are unoccupied. We're going to add some spice. And now we can recall. So let's bring these back. 2 there, 2 for me, 2, here it is, here. And now we are going into the second round. So let's reveal the next conflict card. Ooh, that one's pretty cool. And what else do I need to do? There's always something I forget. I think it's that. I think that's what I always forget. Let's pass the first player token. And now the prince can take the first turn. So we'll flip this House of Gaul card. Harvest spice. All right, so prince is coming here to gain 3 plus 1. That's going to be 4 spice. Let me take 1 from here and just give him a 5. So, okay, he's up to 6 spice. And then he's going to push 2 troops into combat. That's a combat space. Now it is my turn. Again, it would be good to have my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got Seek Allies, 2 copies of Dune the Desert Planet, Convincing Argument, and Dagger. Yeesh. Okay, what do I want to do with that? Let me think about this for a second. I think I am going to use Seek Allies And I'm going to go here to Hardy Warriors, spend this water, advance on the Fremen track, and now I can recruit 2 troops and deploy them, and I will, and it's a combat space. I'll deploy 2 more. So then this, at the end of my turn, this card gets trashed. So my turn is now over. So that went back in the box. Now it's time for the Viscount. Let's see what he's got going on. Harvest Spice. These guys want to harvest spice. So he's going to go here and get 1, 2, 3 spice. So here's his 3 spice. And let me move these a little bit, just to give him a little bit more room for his resources. Okay, so now he's also going to push 2 troops into combat. So we're all in this one, but at the moment I'm winning. Let's see what the prince is going to do. Carthag. Ooh, that's going to hurt me. He's going to Carthag here so he can recruit a troop. And whoopsie, where did it go? There it is. Recruit 1 troop, and we'll deploy it and deploy another. So now me and the prince are tied in combat. How do I want to deal with that? I think I wanted to do other things, but I guess I'm going to play Dune the Desert Planet and go here. I don't have to pay any water. I gain 1, 2 spice. So here's the second, and it's a combat space, so I will deploy. And these other cards are in my hand. Back to the Viscount here. Let's draw. Carthag is already taken. Still suits. So he's going here and just advancing 1 on this track. That is going to get a victory point for the Viscount. All right. Oh, I played that card that got trashed. That's where it went. So that was the Viscount. Now we go back to the prince. He's got no more agents. Comes back to me. It's my reveal turn. I have these 3 cards. So I have 3 persuasion again and 1 swords. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 troops in combat. That gets me to 10 plus 1. And while we're here, we'll go up to 8 and 4. And again, I've got 3 influence. I can only afford this one. I'd really like this one, but this one's kind of nice too, because I'm sure I'll go up on the Fremen track again, and then you can use these unload abilities here to get the stuff. So that would be good, but I don't have enough influence or persuasion for that. So I think I'm going to decline to gain a card. So now I need to roll twice. 2, 1, 2. There goes that one. And a 3. So those 2 are getting replaced. Worm Riders and Liat Keens. Okay. So reveal turn's done. So now we're in combat, and all players are in combat. So the prince gets to draw 1 card. I hope it's low. Harvest Spice 2. Perfect. All right. I've already done all my reveals. Viscount. Let's flip this. He gets 3. That doesn't matter. And at this point, I could play intrigue cards. I don't have any, so this is the end. I win the combat. So I can advance at any 2 factions. And I kind of would like to do the Fremen and the Spacing Guild, but then I'd get 2 victory points right away, but I'd get 2 of the Snoopers. And this first one, I can't use the ability right now because you would discard a card to gain a spice, and I have no cards in hand to discard. So instead, I'm going to advance at the Bene Gesserit and at the Emperor. So I'm at, oops, that's not me. I'm blue. That one and that one. So I'm at level 1 at all 4 factions. So that's a pretty decent place to be. I'm fine with that. Second place is the Prince. He's going to gain 1 water and 2 Solari and nothing for the Viscount. Thanks for playing. And we all lose all of our troops. Pretty empty on the board. These can be reset now. And that is it for combat. We go to the maker phase, but all these spots are occupied, so now we can recall. So I get my 2 agents back. The Viscount gets his, and the Prince gets his. Then we reveal the next conflict card. Ooh, go up twice on the shipping track, or get 2 shipping actions, either go up or recall it, and gain a troop. Now we pass the first player token to me, so I get to go first. I need to shuffle this deck. So I trashed my Seek Allies card as usual, and then gained Fold Space. So I still have 10 cards. One of them is Fold Space now. All right, let's draw 5 and come up with a plan. Haven't bought any other cards yet. I would like to, though. Convincing Argument, Dune the Desert Planet, Dagger, Fold Space, Convincing Argument again. All right, well, I'm going to have more... more persuasion at the end of this turn, and fold space can let me draw a card. And looking at the board, I wouldn't mind going to Carthag or Arakeen. They would both let me gain a troop and then deploy it, and then drawing another card in addition to this card would be very helpful. I'd draw 2 cards. The intrigue card might help me at the combat, because in either case, I'll only have 1 troop in combat, but I'll be the most right now, but neither of them has even taken 1 turn yet. I'm sure they'll get some troops somehow. I mean, if I go to one of these spaces and either of them draws the other space, we'll be tied in combat. And then if either of them draws Hardy Warriors or Highliners, then I'm really going to be in trouble. And then there's always the possibility they can draw something like Conspire on their first turn and then, Harvest Spice on their second. I guess Harvest Spice, they won't go to those spaces, but boy, I would like that first place reward, and it's looking good now, but I don't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind going up on any track to gain a victory point and a snooper, my first snooper token, to then be able to gain a spice. But I don't know. Let's go for it. Let's go to Carthag. Let's go here. I get to recruit a troop, gain an intrigue card. It is a combat space. So I can push that troop in. What does this do? Gain 2 persuasion during your reveal turn this round. So that could be helpful. And I get to draw a card. Let's see what this is. Reconnaissance. Oh man, that would have been helpful to have before. And now fold space gets trash. I did look this up. These common cards just go back to that supply there. They're not permanently gone. So, I guess I am going to push this troop into combat. I don't know if that's great, but that's what I'm doing. Let's see what the Viscount does. Oh, okay. He would like to go to interstellar shipping, but does not have 2 influence at the Spacing Guild. So instead, he is going to fold space and then gaining 1 influence with the Spacing Guild. And then we go to the Prince. He's going to conspire. That's one of the things I was worried about. Now he's going to have troops that he can push into combat. So he's going to gain these 2 troops to his garrison, go up once here, and gain a victory point for that. And now it's back to me. I might want to hold on to Dagger. Well, I guess I don't have a way to get rid of it. That was a different plan. Where am I going to go? Oh, you know what I can do? Let's play Reconnaissance and go to Arakeen. And now I can recruit again and deploy and draw a card. And we get Diplomacy. I wish I had had that previously, but that's okay. All right, so this has been played. This is all in my hand. That makes for some interesting decisions. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see what the Viscount does. Harvest Spice. Okay, now's the time for it. Well, he can't because there are no spaces with any bonus spice. So he's going to draw again. Would like to go to interstellar shipping. Again, he really wants to go there, but still can't. So instead he's going to go to smuggling right here and just advance 1 time on the shipping track. Fine. Now it's time for the Prince. He's the one who can mess up my plans. He's going to still suits. That's okay. So he's just going to go up 1 space here. So I'm gonna take this combat. That's great. So now it's my turn, and I can reveal. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7. I do have this 1 sword, technically, so I'm here. 2, 4, 5, 6. How did I come up with 7? I don't know. It doesn't matter. 2, 4, 5, 6, and I could go up to 7, 8 if I want to play this card. So right now, the question for me is really which of these 2 cards would I like? Because I can only get 1 at the moment, and it's possible one of them will go away. And you know what? I'm going to go with Boundless Ambition. It's just way too good for this particular leader because it lets you go to a faction and then use your Signet Ring ability. That is super, super synergistic with what I'm doing here. So 2, 4, 5, 6. This costs 5. I could buy another one with 1. I guess we reveal the next one. That one costs 4. Web of Power. So I'm going to hold on to this plot card. I'm going to discard the rest of these. And now let's roll to see what's going away. We have a 3. 1, 2, 3. This card goes away. Come on, anything but a 2. Of course, I shouldn't have said anything. There goes that card. Okay, lost that opportunity. So we get 2 more cards, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 of these are from the Rise of Ix expansion. So we're seeing some new stuff. That's cool. Now it's time for combat, and I am all by my lonesome. So I win the combat. So I gain 1 troop to my garrison. These will go away. And 2 shipping track. I am going to advance it twice. Again, I don't want to go up right now because I would get this bonus only if I can discard a card, and I have no cards. So that's okay. I'm ready to return the shipping track back down at my next opportunity. So we'll reveal the next conflict card. Oh, and this is upside down. So that means the two rivals gain their third agent. So that means it's probably about time for me to get mine. It'd be good if I had any Solari, though. I've only got one, not the 8 that I need. So we'll pass the first player token. And do I even have 5 cards? 1, 2, 3. I get 3, and I got to shuffle these up. Oh, and I didn't recall. I didn't do the maker step. What am I doing? Let's finish shuffling and then do all the things that we're supposed to do. Getting a little ahead of myself. Just excited. Okay, let's reset this. We need to do the makers. So here's 1 bonus spice, 1 bonus spice, 1 bonus spice, and then we recall. These come back to me. 1, 2 for the Viscount. He's up to 3. 1, 2 for the Prince, also with 3 agents. I already passed the first player marker. Okay, I've got my 3 cards. I've got Dune, the Desert Planet, Dagger, and Signet Ring. I draw 2 more. We get Reconnaissance and Dune, the Desert Planet. Man, I got to start trashing some of these. These are not great. I can't even go to any of... Oh, no, that's not good. Ooh, I can't go to any of the factions. Red was here. I was here. Don't know about green. I'm probably going to have to stop and double check this now. That happens more than you might think with this game. All right, well, give me a second to figure out where the heck those tracks were. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. This is how this should have been. Like I said, that happens more than you might think when I'm playing this game. But at least this time I had footage to go back and check. So anyway, I was saying I don't even have any ability to go to any of these factions, which is too bad. But it's not my turn. So it's the Viscount's turn. Let's just start and see what happens. Viscount's going to selective breeding. It's here to advance 1 on this track. The Prince is going to interstellar shipping. But he can't because he's not, he doesn't have enough influence of that faction. So we just need to draw again, harvest spice. So he's going to come here, gain 4 spice. He's already got 1 here, so let's take that and give him another 5. So, okay, he's got 10 spice. Now it's a lot. Again, he's not going to turn it in for a victory point because we're only on level 2 conflict, so he's going to hoard that to try and get some techs. And while he's here, he's going to push these 2 troops into the combat. Now it's my turn, and I think I'm going to start with my Signet Ring. And I'll use the Signet Ring ability first. So I can decrease my influence on any track. I'm going to do that here with the Emperor. I'm going to decrease that to then increase my influence on any track where there is still a snooper token, which is any track. So I'm going to increase here at the Highliner, or at the Spacing Guild. I grab this token now and gain a victory point. This token goes here. I can discard a card to gain a spice. And so I'm going to discard Dune, the Desert Planet. I don't need 2 copies of that in my hand. So I'm going to discard that to gain 1 spice. There we go. And then I still need to place an agent, and I'm going to send that agent, now that I'm at level 2 with the Spacing Guild, here to interstellar shipping. So I get 2 shipping movements. So I'm going to take this and go down to here, and then move it up again. So I was at the top space, I recalled it, so I get all 3 of these rewards in any order that I want. Although, you know what? I'm going to rewind this. This was here. Take that agent back. I'm not going to go here to gain that. Instead, I am going to go here to still suits. I'm going to gain a water. I could push troops into combat, but I'm not going to. I'm going to gain 1 influence here, which then gets me that victory point. And this snooper token, which I place here to discard that same card to get my spice. And then I'm going to send my agent. Oh, wait, that doesn't make any sense. I can't send an agent. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, too many things. Take the water back. Take the agent back. I raised this using my Signet Ring. That's what I did. I came down here to raise this, to get the victory point, to take the snooper, to discard this, to get the spice, and now I can place an agent on one of these spaces. Man, oh man. And I'm going to go to, why did I do all that? I'm going to go to smuggling instead because I don't have that 2 influence now. I go to smuggling. Smuggling gets me 1 Solari and 1 shipping icon, which means I still recall it, but I don't get to bump it again. So I still get all of these rewards. And I'll start with the middle one. So I'm going to gain 2 troops to my garrison and increase any track. And now I will increase this one with the Spacing Guild, which gives me another victory point. I gain my snooper, it goes here, and this spot says gain the bonus from this token's influence track. So that's this bonus here. I gain 3 Solari now. I already have 2, so I'm just going to replace those with a 5. And another thing I can do is gain a tech at a 2 tech discount. I'm going to gain Spaceport, which costs 5. 2 tech discount, or 2 spice discount brings it down to 3, and I have 3 spice. So I'm going to spend this 3 spice and gain the tech. So this is a Spaceport. First thing that happens is I draw 2 cards. So Convincing Argument and Dagger. Man, these are rough cards, these starting ones. I'd love to get rid of them. And then ongoing, I may put cards I acquire on top of my deck. So when I gain a new card, I can put it here instead of putting it in my discard and having to wait for it. So that's pretty cool. And then I've revealed a new tech here, which also has the House Hagal symbol on it. So all the techs up there are pretty cheap. So I feel decent about that one. So what cards do I have in hand here? I still have another bonus to get from that track, but I've got 2 swords and 1, 2, 3, 4 persuasion. And on my next turn, I can go to any of the basic places. Well, I think it makes sense then for my last reward, I'm going to gain the Solari. So I gain 5 and each of my opponents gains 1. I don't love giving them Solari, but I think I want it. So that was a pretty big turn. This is my discarded card. That's my used card. We'll put it here. Now we go to the Viscount, who is going to Secrets and bumping this track and gaining a victory point for that. And here, let me move this over so I can read. Now the Prince is going, and he is going to Highliner. All right, well, he's going to win this combat. He's going here. He's going to gain an influence on that track and then gain, 3 troops and deploy them all. Boy, oh boy. Okay, well, I'm not winning that combat. The question is, do I want to be in it at all? If the Viscount's not going to be in it, I can just put 1 troop in and get 4 Solari for that. That's not bad. But now it's back to me. It's my turn. I am going to use Dagger to go to the Swordmaster space. I need to pay 8 Solari, so I'm going to get 2 back. So here's my 2 Solari, and I gain my 3rd agent. Now it is the Viscount's turn again, and fold space is available. Going here, going up, and gaining a victory point. Now the Prince, tech negotiation. Okay, so he's got 10 spice. He can certainly grab a tech. He's going to gain the most expensive one he can, and he gets a 1 spice discount. So he's getting, looks like, wind traps for 1 spice. So actually not a bad deal for him. There's this change. So immediately he gets 1 water, and that means he's going to have 3 water, which he's going to turn in for a victory point. That was actually a pretty good move, because when he wins a conflict, he gains 1 water, and he is looking like he's going to win this conflict. So here's my spent card. So now it's back to me, and they don't have any more turns left, so I can decide what I want to do. I can go to any of the basic spots. I know I'm not going to beat green, but I'm blue. Red's not in it at all, so I kind of want to put a troop out. So I think I'm going to spend Reconnaissance to go to Siege Tabor, since I now have 2 influence at the Fremen. So that gains me a troop. I can deploy that one and up to 3 more. I'm going to do just the 1, and I gain a water. So I like that. And that's it. The other players have no more turns, so now it's time for my reveal turn. So I'm here. I technically get this that goes up 1 time. And then I've got 1, 2, 3. But of the cards here, and then I could have up to 5 persuasion. I've got 3 or 5 if I play the plot card. I think I will. I think I'll play the plot card and take Web of Power. That one seems pretty great, because then I can go to one of these spots, and it's got this infiltration icon, so I know I won't be blocked. And with this tech, I can put this on top of my deck. So this will allow me to go here and gain an influence. I mean, I'll gain an intrigue card, but I'll gain an influence, which will give me a victory point. And then also a snooper, which will give me another influence. And then these other spots where I have 2 influence will get me more bonuses. So that's pretty great. So let's put that on top of my deck. This has been spent. I'll put that here. And now my reveal turn is over. We go to, oh, I need to roll, and I need to replace that as well. I guess I spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was a card only costing 4. So potentially I've got 1 more persuasion left to spend. Let's see. And that doesn't cost 1, so it doesn't matter. Okay, now I roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's gone. And 6. Okay, when you roll a 6, you just don't remove any. Also, it hasn't come up yet, but if I were to roll a 4 again, then you also would only remove the 1 card, just the 1 time. You don't replace it till you've rolled twice. So there we go. That's a pretty sweet looking card. Makes Highliner cheaper. I like that. But now we go into combat. We still draw a card for green. Gets 1 more. Okay, combat over. So green is going to gain 6 Solari, which is going to put him at 7, 8, 9. He's going to turn in 7 for a victory point. And I'm in second place. I'm going to gain 4 Solari. So I'll just take 1 and give myself a 5. That puts me at 6 Solari. That's a good spot to be in. And because of the tech tile, the prince also gains a water because he won that conflict. So I don't want him to keep winning. But combat's over now, so I can take that troop out, these 5 troops out. That seemed like overkill. He really wanted that Solari, I guess. These can get reset. Now we do the makers. We need 2 more bonus spice. So 1 and 2. And now we recall. So here are my 3. Got my Swordmaster. 1, 2, 3 for the Prince. And 1, 2, 3 for the Viscount. We pass the first player token to the Prince and continue on. So let's draw. Oh, what are my 5 cards, though? I'd like to know. I know what my first one is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cow. And then I got to shuffle these. I guess we're going to the factions, which is fun. I like the factions a lot. I just like the whole mechanic of going up and down the tracks, which is probably why I like this leader. And let's see what kind of shenanigans I can get into this time. All right, Dune the Desert Planet. The prince is first. He's going to Carthage. Oh, and what is the conflict? Go up a track, get 2 intrigue cards. That sounds pretty cool. Carthage here. He's gaining a troop, pushing it in, and now it's my turn. And I think I want to stick with my plan on playing Web of Power. This is going to be pretty cool, I think. So I'm going to send an agent to secrets. I don't have the spice to go to selective breeding. It's too bad. I wouldn't mind trashing a card. But now I gain an intrigue card. And, ooh, combat. Lose 3 of your troops in the conflict, gain a victory point. That's pretty interesting. All right, we'll set that there. And now I go up once, which gets me a victory point. Ooh. Roll at 3. And my snooper. And I place this here. It says gain 1 influence on this token's influence track. So I go up again there. So I've taken the lead on the Bene Gesserit, which is not bad, only going there once. And then we've got these effects on the card. If I have 2 influence with the Emperor, which I do not, I'm at 0, I'd gain 2 Solari. 2 influence with the Spacing Guild, draw a card. All right, got another Dune the Desert Planet. And 2 influence with the Fremen, which I have, gain a water. All right, so there's my water. So that was pretty cool. And here's what's in my hand. Got a couple more turns. I forgot I've got 3 turns. I could go to 3 faction spaces. That would be awesome. All right, this one's been played. So now we go to the Viscount. Last card in the deck. Oh, no, there's another one. He's going to Dreadnought. Yeah, we have not seen that yet. So he's going here. That's empty. And he now gains a Dreadnought and gains a tech. So he's paying full price, but he's got 3 spice, so he can get this one. Oopsie. All right, so this one is training drones. And let me double check the book to see how that works. And so this is one where you flip it over to recruit a troop, and it says the rival will do this immediately on their turn, just as soon as possible on their turn, including right after acquiring it. So we're just going to flip this and recruit 1 troop to their garrison. They got a dreadnought now. All right, so now it's time for the prince. There's the other dreadnought card. That's why we hadn't seen them. They're both at the bottom. Jeez. So that's blocked. So he's going to have to go somewhere else. We did go a long time without the rivals getting dreadnoughts, and I hadn't really thought much about it till now. I would like to go get a dreadnought myself, but I don't have a way to go there. And it's blocked now anyway, but that's okay. I can get dreadnoughts later. I am going to be hitting up the factions. So I should be thinking about which spaces I'd like to go to, I guess. Hitting the Bene Gesserit again sounds pretty good, but I don't have the spice. All right, back to the prince. The prince needed to draw again. So we draw, and we get hardy warriors. So we're going here, recruiting 2 troops and pushing them into combat. Going up 1 space on this track, which gives a victory point. And now it's my turn. And so I think I'm going to play Boundless Ambition. I'm going to use the Signet Ring ability first. So I'm going to decrease 1 influence. I'll go down 1 here so I don't lose a victory point. And then I can increase my influence with the faction where my snooper token's still on the board. I'll go up here. Now I can go to any of the faction spaces. And I suppose I'm going to go to Wealth. So I gain 2 Solari. So here's that. And now I go up 1 space with this faction. That gets me a victory point. I gain this snooper token. Place it here. It says gain the bonus from this token's influence track, which is another, I get to get 2 troops and advance 1 space on that track. So I'm going to go up 1 more time and gain 2 troops to my garrison. That's pretty great. So now I can't use my Signet Ring ability anymore because I've got all my snoopers. So I've got no more leader bonuses. But it is pretty cool to be at the top of all the tracks. That's nice. So, all right, this has been played. Now we go to the Viscount. Still suits. Let's go in here, going up 1, and pushing 2 into combat, favoring the Dreadnought. So now it's the Prince, who's still in the lead in combat, going to Selective Breeding. Goes up 1 here. That's not going to do anything. Now I've got 1 more turn. And let's see here. So I've kind of been blocked out of Diplomacy. The only available space I can go is Fold Space because I can't afford the 2 open spaces. The rest are all blocked. I don't know that Fold Space really does anything for me. So my other option is to use one of these Dune the Desert Planet cards. And I've got some water, so I can gain either 3 spice for 2 water, 4 spice for 1 water, or 3 spice for no water. Or alternatively, I can go to these 2 Chome spaces. And I don't really need the extra Solari, so smuggling doesn't make sense. So it's really either interstellar shipping or I guess one of these 2. And interstellar shipping sets me up maybe for later, whereas getting some spice is more helpful now. So I guess I'm going to do the long-term plan. I'm going to play Dune the Desert Planet and go here to interstellar shipping and move up twice on that track. So that's it for me. Now we go to the Viscount, reveal a card, Carthag. Yeah, I thought about, oh no, Carthag's already taken. I thought about, maybe if I go here, I could push some troops in and try and compete, but I didn't think that was really a good idea. Carthag again. Still Suits is taken. Dreadnought is taken. Conspire. Okay, that one's free. Here you go. So go there, go up 1 time on that track, and gain 2 troops to your garrison. Now we come back to here, no more turns, so it's time for my reveal turn. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 influence. Not influence, I keep saying that. 1, 2, 3, 4 persuasion to spend. So this card's pretty neat. This card is more limiting. You can only go to these city spaces, but it'll allow me to trash a card, which I really kind of need. So yeah, I guess I'll take this just to try and help me trash some stuff. And because of my tech, I put it on the top of my deck. All right, now it's time for combat. We've got greens at 6 and red is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 for the Dreadnought. So green's a first player. We'll have him draw first. He gets 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And red gets 2 more. 1, 2. So green wins combat. So because of his tech, he gets another water. That's not great. He gets to advance on his lowest track, which is this is a 1 and a 1. So I get to choose between this two. I'm going to choose Bene Gesserit so that he still can't go to interstellar shipping. So we'll do that. He gets a victory point for it, though. He's in the lead. He gets 2 intrigue cards. He's already got 1. So we're going to discard these. Because he turns them in immediately for a victory point. So they're getting away from me. And then in second place, got the Viscount. We'll also get an intrigue card and 1 spice. So one of those. Man, I got to watch out for this prince and his water. He's gonna keep going here. So red did not win, and he had a dreadnought in combat. So that just goes back to his garrison. He loses this troop. Green's troops are gone. And now this can be reset. Now we check for the makers, and oh man, they're all going up again. So 1 bonus spice here, and a 3rd one in this location and this location. So those are looking pretty good. Oh, and I didn't refill this. Let's refill it. It's the voice, and now I got to roll twice. 1, so that one goes away, and 1 again, so we don't do anything the second time. And now we have Fremenkamp. That looks like a darn strong card. So now we pass the first player token and reveal the next conflict card. This is the last level 2 conflict. Once we get to level 3, the rivals will stop hoarding spice. I do have to say I've seen them go to the tech spaces a lot less than I have in my previous playthroughs. That's just the random draw though. So what are my 5 cards? I know what the first is. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, okay. Well, that's okay because I do want to trash some stuff, so that's not so bad. Oh, and I should probably recall all the agents. That would make the board a little less crowded, and it would allow me to take some actions. So, a couple benefits to doing all the steps in the rules. Okie dokie. All right, now what am I going to do? I won't be going to any factions. I think I'm going to start with the Signet Ring, actually. I'm not going to use the Signet Ring ability because I don't have any tracks with a snooper on it, so no more Signet Ring ability for me. But I'm going to go to the interstellar shipping space, and I'm going to advance once and then go back to the beginning of the track. So let's gain some bonuses. Oh, and you know what? I'm looking at this. Definitely red got a tech at one point, spending all 3 of his spice. So he should have 1 more spice and just bring that negotiator back. And same for green. He got a 2 of value 2. He probably got a 1 discount on it, but he definitely should have brought this back. And now he should have 1 more spice. Okay, so I realized that because for this bottom track, I'm going to gain 2 spice. Here's 1. And then for the top track, I'm going to acquire something for a 2 spice discount. So I'm going to take this one. It costs 3. I get a 2 spice discount. And then I acquired 2 spice there. So 1 comes to me, the other pays for this. So here's my spice and here's my tech. This is detonation devices. It says when you win a conflict using a dreadnought, you may return a dreadnought to your supply to gain 1 victory point instead of taking control of a board space with it. So I'll try and make use of that. Ooh, and look at that next one. I want it. What is that immediate bonus? I've had this one before. It's really good. So every round start, you get 2 Solari, and then you choose immediately to go up at 2 different factions. I want that one. But certainly, the prince will take it. He's got enough spice if he's got the ability to take a tech. So I got my 2 spice, I got my tech, and now I get the middle one. I can put 2 troops in my garrison, and I can go up at 1 track. And it's got to be the Emperor, right? I'm going to go up here, gain a victory point for that, and then I can gain 2 more troops. It's too bad this wasn't a combat space. I got a ton of troops now. So this was my first card. Now, these guys are probably going to harvest spice, but that would be a good place to go. Oh, I don't even have a way to do that now, so no spice for me. Let's see what the Viscount does. Tech negotiation. So he's going to go here. And he wants to acquire a tech for a 1 spice discount, and he can. He's going to spend 1 spice to gain this tech. Oop, and we didn't flip this one back over during recall, so let's flip it over for a second before we resolve it. So he'll always flip this at his first opportunity, so we're just going to flip it now. Get another troop. And then what does this say? Sonic Snoopers. First, he gains an intrigue card. That's going to be his third, so that's a victory point. And you can trash this and then put any number of your intrigue cards on the bottom of the intrigue deck. Then draw that many intrigue cards. So the book just says the rival will get the immediate bonus, but they'll never use that other part of the bonus. So the rest of that is kind of wasted on them, but that's okay. They've got another tech. And now the prince gets to go. Harvest spice. I knew somebody would do it. So these tied for the most bonus spice, but then this one has the most other spice. So he's going to get 5 spice. My goodness. So he's got 15 spice there. So he's going to get a couple victory points out of that if he doesn't spend it. And then he would push troops into combat, but doesn't have any. So that's interesting. So now it's my turn. And I think I'm going to spend dagger to go here, finally. Spend 3 Solari. And now I gain my Dreadnought, my first one, and I can gain a tech at full price. I don't have any sort of discounts. So I could gain artillery, but that one's not really of interest to me, I don't think. So I think I'm just going to hold on to my spice, but that's okay. I got a Dreadnought. So this is gone now. And now the Viscount takes a turn. Harvest spice. Let's go in here, getting 4 spice. Here's 3. Plus 1 is 4, plus this will make 5. Man, I would really like that much spice. All right, now the prince goes. Arakeen. Oh, man. I don't like that at all. He's going to Arakeen, so he gains a troop, deploys it, and then gets his signet ring, so he's going to buy a tech. And the most expensive one he can get is the one I really want, Shuttle Fleet. So this is extra bad for me. That's going to cost, he's got, Arakeen's paying full price, 5, 6 spice. Now at each round start, he gets 2 Solari, but more importantly, he's going to go up on 2 tracks. It's going to be his 2 lowest. So this is 1 victory point. Ouch. And for the second one, we'll have him go here. That is the least likely to gain him another victory point by the end of the game. So that's trouble. Now it's my turn. And I'm going to play this new card, and I'm going to go to one of these city spaces. And I think I'll come here. I'm going to go here. So I've got the influence for it. So I gain 1 troop, and I'm going to deploy it, and then up to 2 more. And I'll use my... Do I want to use my Dreadnought now? Because we're about to go into level 3 conflicts, and I might like to have the Dreadnought. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold it back. So I'm going to deploy 2 regular troops, and I gain a water. So here's a water. And now I can use this ability. I can either gain another troop and deploy it, or I can trash a card. I think I got to trash something. And I'm going to trash Convincing Argument. So I didn't have any card that would give me like a benefit of any kind from trashing it, but at least I've made my deck a little smaller finally at this point in the game. So now they each have another turn. The Viscount is going to Highliner. I was afraid of that. So that was another reason to not use my Dreadnought now. So goes to Highliner. This goes up, gains 3 troops, and then deploys 2, including the Dreadnought. So if I had deployed my Dreadnought, I would lose this round, which I guess wouldn't have been the end of the world. But all right, that's what the Viscount did. Now we go to the Prince. Fold space. Man, they're hitting red. They're hitting the Spacing Guild, and that's all he gets. So now it comes back to me. I have my reveal turn. All I have is Reconnaissance. I'm not going to do anything with it. So this goes, and let's roll this a couple times. 3. There goes the voice. In the second roll, 2. So that is appropriate. And we'll replace them now. And now we go into combat. So, where am I at? I'm at 6. He's at 2, and he's at 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. Yeesh, I don't know about that. So I'm the first player. Red reveals first. So he gets 2 more. Yeah. Green is next. 1. Well, at least green's not going to win. And so is it worth it to me to get 2 spice? Or do I want to play this card and just get a victory point? I think the victory point's better. So I'm going to play this combat card. These 3 come back to my staging area, my supply, and I gain a victory point. And now this is spent. I think that was a good use of that. Now I have no swords. Okay, so red wins. green gets, green gets second. So for winning, he's going to get an intrigue card and 3 spice. There's 3 spice up to 8. And green is going to get 2 spice, which gets him up to a measly 11. And so red's going to lose these cubes. Green's going to lose this cube. This must go to one of these spaces, and none of them have a flag. So in lieu of anything else, that's the preference. All right, that's the end of combat. So now these can go. We can add 1 spice here in the maker step. There we go. And now we get to recall. Nobody's at 10 yet. That's good. Because I know I'm not at 10. I don't think I'm going to be the first one there. I do have to come up with some sort of end game plan at some point. But not yet. All right, we're going to reveal the next conflict card. Oh man, that's where I want to use Dreadnoughts. Yes, it is. Pass the first player token. And now we're on a stage 3 conflict. So these guys are going to turn in their spice for victory points. So let's see. Yeah, they're just going to do that immediately. So 5, 6, 7. There's a victory point for red. And then 5, 6, 7, a victory point for green. Okay, wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it's still not good. And we're starting a new round, so we need to flip this tech tile over. And green, the prince, gets 2 Solari. So those go there. All right, and the Viscount is starting. So the first thing he's going to do is flip this back over and recruit a troop to his garrison, and then draw a card, Carthag. So he's going here, and that so then he gains a troop and sends it to combat. This troop, he also gained this turn, so that goes to combat, and it's a combat space, and now he pushes 2 more. So he's going for those points. I don't blame him. I'd rather he go to the shipping track and give me 1 Solari so I could afford another victory point here. But the prince is up next. He is going to conspire. So he's sending... Wait, has he still got one somewhere? Is he already gone? No, I just forgot to grab this guy. All right, this is going to conspire. And so that goes up to here. He does not get the track bonus. He has not passed me, so I keep this victory point. But he does gain 2 troops to his garrison. All right, I got to be in this fight. And to do that, I probably need 5 cards. Here's my first. Dagger. Come on, give me some good ones. How am I going to do this? I could potentially use Dagger to get my second Dreadnought before sending folks into combat. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, those are my options. And when you know it, I don't have the symbols to go here to gain all that spice. That would be helpful to have. What are some of these benefits again? Let me look at that. Well, let's try this. I'm going to play this guy. And I'm going to send an agent to the research station. We'll see what kind of options I get there. So that's going to cost me 2 water. And now I can draw 3 cards. 1, 2, oh boy, and 3. Okay, that's a lot of options. And, oh, wait a minute, what's the effect on that one? Yeah, I don't know, interesting. Well, I think I can deploy, it's a combat space. I'm going to put these into combat. And I can either gain another troop and probably deploy it or trash a card. I probably want to trash a card. This one's got the unload effect, but it's probably a card I'd rather hold on to. I think I would trash probably Reconnaissance. Let's trash Reconnaissance. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I've got some options here. So I've got 2 daggers, is that right? Yeah. 2 daggers, my signet ring, Boundless Ambition, Diplomacy, and Web of Power. Okay, the Viscount's turn. Let's see what he does. Harvest Spice, that's a good move. Go in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 6 spice. Not quite enough to turn it all in, but I'll trade these for a 5. And he's got nothing else to push into combat. I really wish he would have taken that interstellar shipping one, though. All right, let's reveal for the prince. Interstellar shipping, he can go there. That doesn't really help at all. So he's just going to push this track twice. Guess he didn't block anything useful, so that's good. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to play my regular signet ring. I'm not going to do the signet ring ability. I'm going to send an agent to Dreadnought. I'm going to spend 3 Solari. So now I've got 1, 2 Solari to gain another Dreadnought, and I can gain attack, and I'm going to at full price. I'm going to spend this 1 spice to gain artillery. I said no to it last time. I'm saying yes to it now. So on my reveal turn, I get an extra sword for each revealed card that provides 1 or more swords that turn. So that'll be helpful. Let's go to the Viscount now. Dreadnought. Yep, you can't go there. Let's try again. Can't go to interstellar shipping, and so he's not going to go to fold space because he's got enough influence for interstellar shipping. He just can't go there. So instead, he's going to go for secrets. Push that one. Nope, that one up. I think that's probably fine. And now the prince. Let's see what he does. Fold space. Oh, great. Oh, not great. Where's his agent? There he is. So he's going to go up here and gain a victory point for this. That's a problem. That's one of the things I was watching out for and considering trying to do something about. But oh well. So let's see what this combat is looking like. I've got one more turn to take, but green's not going to be in the combat. Red is here right now, and I am here. And when I reveal these, they'll be worth 1, 2, and then this makes it 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 9 to 5. That is going to be way too close for my comfort with him still getting to draw another card. So the options as I see them are, I can play Web of Power, which has this symbol here, the infiltration symbol. So I can come to this spot and, I'm not red. Why do I keep thinking I'm red? I'm blue. I would just go up 1. I was thinking I would go up and get 2 intrigue cards. So that's suddenly not as great. So I think I'm better off playing one of these other cards and probably going to Hardy Warriors. Well, I probably don't need to spend the water. I can just go to Still Suits and be fine. So, okay, we'll do that. Doesn't really matter which of these. I'll play Diplomacy to go to Still Suits, gain a water. So here's my water. I go up 1 space here, and now I can push up to 2 units into combat, and I'm going to do my other Dreadnought. So I'm going to go from 5 to 10. Then nobody else has any agents, so now it comes back to my reveal turn. So I'm going to reveal this. Oh, and I get to go up 1 space on a track. I didn't realize that. That's really strong. Well, let's go here, gain another water. All right, and then this token, and that's a victory point for me. And now I've got 2 swords, and then this gives me 2 more. So that gets me up to 14. Now my reveal turn is over. I'm not going to buy anything. I guess I could buy that, but I don't think there's enough rounds left to get this card and this card into play at the same time. I'm not going to buy anything. So we still refresh. We get a 2 and a 2. So it is only that card that goes away. Replace it. Another Bene Gesserit card. All right, and now these all go in my discard pile along with the cards that I've played. And now we go into combat. And so I've already done everything I can do. It's just red, so we're going to draw 1 more. He gets 3 swords. 1, 2, 3. Not enough to overtake me, so I'm going to win this combat. But sadly, I do not have enough spice or Solari to pay for either of the extra victory points. So I'm just going to get 1 victory point, and in second place, he's going to get a victory point. And now I've got to place a Dreadnought somewhere. I can't place it here. That's blocked, so one of these 2 spaces. And I don't know, I think I'll go Arakeen. And then this one comes back here. This one goes back to my garrison. I could choose to, because I won the conflict, I could choose to return it to my supply and gain a victory point, but I think I'm going to want it next round. And maybe if I win the next round of combat, then I'll do that. So these come back. These go back. All right, I like that I still have the most stuff in my garrison because I probably need to win this next conflict to win the game. But I'm thinking this will be the last round. So now we do the maker step. So 1 spice here, 1 spice here. And now we recall. So here are my 3 agents. Let's get, oh, that's not an agent. What am I doing? That's my agent. Let's get my other rival agents here. 1, 2, 3. And make sure I get them all this time. 1, 2, 3. I'm nervous about the Emperor track. I'm nervous about what else? The Bene Gesserit track. I think I'm most nervous about the Emperor track. I really need to make that go up. But okay, now we've done recall. Let's flip this tech back over. Reveal the next conflict card. Ooh, 2 victory points and control of Arakeen. I've got to win that one. This has just got to be a combat round. All right, we'll pass the first player token. And what happens now? I need to draw some cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, that's rough. Those are some rough ones at the end. At least it'll let me put troops into combat. I need like some swords and some other locations. Probably need cities. I probably need blue locations. Diplomacy and, web of power. Geez. All right, well, here we go. Wish me luck, I guess. So it's the start of the round. So 2 more Solari here for the prince. He's got 4. That's going to be 6. So let's just give him a 5. Take 3 away. He's just 1 shy of turning that in for a victory point. Let's draw his first card. He's got tech negotiation. So he's going up here. He's going to buy the most expensive tech he can afford, which is this one. It's going to cost him 3. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't have any negotiators there. And this says if this rival ever has 3 spice on his own turn, he will spend them to trash that for a victory point. So that's not great. So let me just start, I think, with diplomacy. And I'm going here to hardy warriors. Recruit 2 troops. I'm going to deploy them and then push up to 2 more into combat. Oops, these can get reset. That's fine. I go up 1 time with the Fremen. So that's 1 played card. And now we go back to the Viscount. Selective breeding is going here. Oh, that's a little bit of trouble. So he's going to get a victory point. Don't really want him to have that. And now we go to the prince, who I'm most worried about, Eric Keene. That's not a great card. So he's going here. I do get 1 Solari. That's not going to be much consolation. So here's my Solari for this. But now he gets to push a couple troops into combat. Ooh, and recruit a troop and push them into combat. And Signet Ring ability. He's going to gain a tech. Oh, but he can't afford any tech. So he's just going to send a negotiator. Okay, I thought it was going to be worse. I guess I thought Eric Keene was Imperial Basin for a second. I thought he was going to trash that for a victory point. So, all right. Oh, and I forgot Red. Let's see. Red took his first turn on selective breeding. He's going to flip this over and recruit 1 troop to the garrison. Shuffle these up as I think about what I'm going to do on my turn. All right, I still have no idea what I'm going to do on my turn, but at least these are shuffled now. Really, the options are I can go to probably Haga Basin to get some spice, put 2 more troops in combat. The other thing I can do, I guess there's really nothing else to do with those desert spaces. I'm not going to the shipping track. So I could use this Bene Gesserit card to, I can't afford this space, so just go there to get an intrigue card and push that up. I don't know if it's that helpful, but I would also gain these 3 bonuses. 2 more Solari, draw a card, and 1 water. Drawing the card might give me new options next turn, so I probably want to do that before going to a desert space. There are still 3 desert spaces available, so I know I'm not going to get blocked. So I guess I'm going to do this. I get all 3 of these bonuses, so 2 more Solari. That's going to be 5 Solari in total, and 1 more water. So here's a 4th water. Draw 1 card. All right, Boundless Ambition. I guess I could use that to go to Still Suits. And now I'm going here, push that up, and draw an intrigue card. This might be useful. Combat, good. When you win a conflict, either go up a track or spend 2 spice to go up a track twice. So it might be good to, rather than go to Still Suits, go here. I guess that would still make sense to try and get the spice so that I could afford this, because then I can double advance the Bene Gesserit track and get that victory point back, which would be good. Or I could do the same thing here. That would be even better. All right, good combat card. That is helpful. Oh, so that was a turn. Now it's the Viscount. Spice Harvest, or Harvest Spice. 1, 2, 3. That's not going to be great. He's got 9 spice. He's going to turn in 7 for a victory point, which brings him up to here, and he's going to push these into combat. I don't need him joining the combat. So I really need this to not be Harvest Spice. Secrets is already taken. Oh my God. That was the worst possible thing that could have been drawn. All right, 1, 2, 3 spice. He's going to turn these in to trash this. So this is trashed. And now he gains a victory point. Shoot. And now I guess he can't push in any more troops. That's good. How am I going to get the spice to do this? Oh, okay. I can still get the spice. That's good. All right. I'm going to play. Oh, man. I'm going to play this to go here and spend 2 water. And now I gain 3 spice, and I can push up to 2 units into combat, and I will do that. And I'm going to have to hope that's enough. One more turn for the Viscount. Carthag. Oh, painful. Yeah, that's available. There he goes. Another troop into combat here. And then nobody has any agents left. I take a reveal turn. No swords. Acquire a card that costs 5 or less. The only question is, I assume that just goes like normal onto my deck. I don't think I acquired into my hand. So this is not gonna continue, but just in case, I'll take this card. It does go on the top because of my tech. The rest of this just is getting discarded. And so I will replace this. I guess I had 3 left to spend. So I could take that. Sure, if this goes on another round, I'll want that, I guess. Let's roll now. We're going to replace some of these, though it shouldn't matter. We got a 5 and a 6. So just the 5 goes away. Now we go into combat. I'm terrified. 6 for green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for red. And I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. Okay. Green draws first. 2. And red draws next. None. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so I am winning the combat. So this is going to be super critical. So I win the combat. I gain 2 victory points. And this was Arakeen. So I can place my flag on Arakeen. Good for me. Now, there's a dreadnought here, but I have this tech. When you win a conflict using a dreadnought, you may return a dreadnought to your supply to gain a victory point instead of taking control of a board space. So I'm going to do that. This is going to my supply, and I'm going to gain a victory point. Now, combat is over. Oh, but I'm playing this too. So I guess do you have to play it before the combat's over? I kind of knew I was winning anyway, but I'm playing that. I'm spending 2 spice to go up twice on a single track. Oh, and I thought I was going to... Why did I think I was going to take that? I'm not going to take that. Well, no matter. I'll go up 1, 2 times here, take this one. I get a victory point. You lose a victory point. Now we can clean this up. These go back to here. These go back here. These are gone. Oh, but I didn't give green his stuff, though. I should probably do that. Green gets 1 intrigue card and 2 spice and 3 Solari, and he's got 6. That's going to be 9 Solari, so he's going to spend some. He's going to spend 7 specifically on a victory point. Goes up to 11. Now we can do the maker step, and these are all occupied, so now we go to the recall and we check somebody does have 10 or more victory points. So now it's the end of game, and there are no other techs or other effects to be played. So this is the final score. So narrator just barely wins. I've got 12 victory points to Prince Vernius's 11, and Viscount Moritani has 7. Sorry about you. But that's it. That's my solo playthrough of Dune Imperium using Rise of Ix. So my opinion is I really, really like this expansion. This is just really awesome. I like all the new stuff that's going on. I've been really, really happy with the new leaders. They're all cool. The Ix board with the dreadnoughts and the text, that's all awesome. The shipping track is really cool. You know, some of these new Imperium cards do really cool things. The new intrigue cards have some cool mechanics. Just everything all around. I like all the stuff that's added in Rise of Ix. Big fan. And so I'm really interested now, because it's been a couple months, I think, since I've played Uprising. And again, I've played Uprising with Bloodlines 3 or 4 times now, just with my game group, but I have not opened my own copy yet. And I think this really gives it a run for its money. Dune Imperium base game is it's good, it's fine, but it didn't really grab me. But Rise of Ix, like I've played this a bunch of times since I unboxed it. I've been thinking about it a lot. It's really, really cool. So I think I may have said this in other videos, but I feel like Rise of Ix, Dune Imperium with Rise of Ix is like Dune Imperium Uprising from a parallel universe. Like it's doing some similar things, but in different ways. And it's just really cool. So I am very excited about this expansion. But that's it for this video. So if you've got any questions, or if you think I missed anything and played anything wrong, or if you have different strategy advice based off this playthrough, oh, this should have come back now. Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear about it. And then next time I get this on the channel, I will be going through Dune Imperium Immortality. So if you have any advanced thoughts on that one, let me know. Otherwise, if you enjoy this sort of content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I'd appreciate that. You can always share the videos with somebody else who might like it. And don't forget, this whole series was funded by viewers such as yourself using my Ko-fi page. It's ko-fi. There's a link in the description. If you like what you see on the channel and you have the means to fund it, I would really appreciate any help I could get. At time of recording, this channel brings at about $1 a day, so I could use a little help. So to everyone who has donated on my Ko-fi page, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But that's it for this video. Let's talk about Rise of Ix in the comments. I'm super excited about it. I want to hear what you have to say as well. So thank you for watching Table for One. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next video.